Look around. Feel it deep inside. That crushing weight of frustration building inside your teams every single day. The meetings that feel like a battlefield, where nobody dares to speak up for fear of being ridiculed or punished. The silence that's louder than any words, the tension so thick it suffocates innovation before it's even born. This pain, this gnawing ache, is not just a little hiccup. It's a sign. A flashing red light screaming that your team is dying from the inside out. No matter how brilliant your strategy is, no matter how visionary your goal, if the people who have to make it happen can't be themselves, speak the truth, or trust each other, you are building castles on sand. It's maddening to watch. To know that somewhere inside those quiet, cautious pauses lies the potential to change everything, if only someone gave them the courage to unleash it. Here's the brutal truth. Most teams are trapped in fear. Fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of rocking the boat. Fear is the quiet killer of leadership, the invisible cage that strangles collaboration and buries genius under layers of politeness and pretense. If you're leading a startup, running a fund, building a company, or guiding a project, you've seen it. You've felt it. The overwhelming frustration when ideas aren't shared, when feedback is ignored, when people play safe instead of bold. This isn't just a small setback, it's a systemic breakdown. Every second your team lives without psychological safety, you lose ground to competitors who figured this out first. So what is the secret weapon your team desperately needs but rarely gets? Psychological safety. Not just a buzzword or HR checklist, but a radical, revolutionary force that can flip your entire approach to teamwork upside down and inside out. Psychological safety is the oxygen of creativity, the soil where the rarest ideas take root and grow wild. When people know they won't be punished for speaking their truth, when failure is seen as a stepping stone rather than a tombstone, when voices are sought out instead of silenced, that's where the magic lives. This is where teams stop just working together and start creating miracles. Now listen carefully, because this isn't just about being nice or polite. This is about brutal, unflinching honesty paired with fierce empathy. It's about tearing down the walls of ego, arrogance, and judgment that so often masquerade as leadership. Here's the first order to execute right now. Create a culture where admitting mistakes is not a weakness, but a badge of courage. Demand it. Celebrate it. Push people to say out loud, "I don't know. I messed up," and watch how it frees their minds from chains they didn't even realize they wore. Without that freedom, genius is crushed. And don't just say it, live it openly. Show your team that vulnerability is your strength, not your flaw. This cracks open the fortress of fear and invites connection. Next, command transparency like your team's survival depends on it. Because it does. Information must flow freely. Hide nothing in corners or back channels. If someone feels left out, ignored, or kept in the dark, trust evaporates faster than water in the desert. Make radical inclusion your standard. Include the quiet voices, the difficult ones, those who normally shrink back. Push relentlessly to hear every perspective. Not because you want to be polite, but because in those unheard voices lives the next big idea that will devastate your market and build your legacy. This is a must, not a maybe. But here's what most leaders miss, and this is what will set you apart: learning to manage the power of conflict, not avoiding it. Psychological safety is not about mushy harmony. It's about fearless, unfiltered conversation that tackles hard truths head-on without tearing people apart. Set the stage for what most call productive conflict. This means teaching your team to disagree fiercely but respectfully, to challenge assumptions without attacking egos. Demand rigorous debates where ideas clash, where no sacred cows survive, where every person feels safe hitting hard, while knowing they won't be destroyed for it. It's intense, it's messy, but it's also the crucible where breakthrough happens. Another invisible force at work here is trust, the kind forged in the fire of consistent, authentic behavior. Every leader thinks they are trustworthy, but few truly understand how to build it systematically. Trust isn't given once, it's earned and re-earned daily by showing up, by following through, by being fiercely fair and transparent even when it hurts. Insist on accountability that doesn't punish but propels. Nail this. And your team doesn't just cooperate, they commit with a fire that can't be faked. Here's a radical tip barely discussed. Flip the usual leadership hierarchy upside down. Don't just tell your team you value ideas from everyone. Force it. Change how decisions get made. Put in place regular leader open forums where anyone can call out missed opportunities or poor decisions and hold your ego at bay. Prove again and again that power is not about control, but about liberating the right voices. This isn't weakness. It's the purest form of strength, and it will ignite loyalty you've never seen before. And don't forget the little things, because psychological safety lives in details. Make it a ritual to start meetings asking, who needs help? Or who's worried about something we're not talking about? This invites people to bring their whole selves, their doubts and fears, into the room. It resets the tone from day to day, minute to minute, making openness a habit, not a hope. Are you sensing the shift? Because this is the revolution no CEO or investor can afford to ignore. Psychological safety doesn't just improve teamwork. It becomes the rocket fuel of innovation, the foundation of resilience, the secret weapon of teams who don't just survive but thrive in chaos. Assume every successful founder, every breakthrough investor, every visionary leader has already known this instinctively, even if they never called it by name. That's why their teams are different. More creative, more agile, more unstoppable. No more tolerating toxic silence or fake agreement. No more punishing mistakes or suffocating genius under layers of fear. Demand psychological safety with the same urgency you demand results. Make it non-negotiable. Build structures around it. Clear behavioral norms, mechanisms for feedback, ways to celebrate courage and brutal honesty. Remember this. Your team's potential to change the world is locked behind a door labeled safety. Open that door and watch everything explode in a way you never thought possible. Destroy the illusions that trap your people inside invisible prisons of conformity and fear. Ignite the spark that frees each individual to become their best, most dangerous, most powerful self. The revolution is personal, it's real, and it's waiting for the leaders bold enough to claim it. You're not here to play small. You're here to create a team so alive, so fearless, so connected that nothing can stop you. Psychological safety is your weapon. Use it fiercely. Build it deliberately. Defend it ruthlessly. Watch your world transform.